not in. Day to day.
Is that something that happened at practice yesterday?
It's lingered, yeah. It didn't happen yesterday in practice. He's been nicked up throughout camp.
So who's going in for him?
Not sure. I'm not going to go through the whole lineup with you because that's what happens. So the guy that's out is Adder. That'll help you there. I'm not sure what the pairs are.
A little more, you talked about having this morning to help burn off some of the energy for the players. For you, it's been a long time since you've done this in a real game. Do you have any routines or do you feel any nerves, any butterflies?
No, I don't. I'm not nervous. I'm anticipating to see what we are, the beginning of what we are. And routine, nope. Like I said, I come to work and go home, and I come to work. So new office and all that stuff's new to me. But I'm just go about my business. It's not about me. It's about the players.
You've been feeding them lots of information throughout training camp. What are some of the final details, either in film session or out on the ice, that you're reminding them as they go into tonight's game?
Oh, it's such a tough question to answer because it's. I just want us to play the right way, and our first home game. I just want us to present ourselves the proper way. That's being hard to play against.
I know you've been focused a lot on you guys, John, but have you had a chance to kind of look at the Devils and
Nope.
see what the present? No, it's all about you guys.
I don't even worry. All through the year, I could have a week, and I wouldn't worry about the other team. I'm just focused on our team and our execution. Special teams, a little different story against the other team. I think you can pick up tendencies. I mean, we will know what the other team is, but I don't give the players much information on them at all.
You've talked about during camp the idea that the team has to essentially prove to the fans that things are better. Opening night, is that a big opportunity for you guys to sort of make a statement?
Yeah, I mean, it's a new coaching staff. It's first game of a year after a really tough year. Again, and I'm not disrespecting the fans, but it's not so much proving to them, it's proving to ourselves, quite honestly, each player. That a lot of them were involved in this stuff last year. I think when a new coaching staff come in, we have maybe a little bit different philosophy, certainly not running down AV and his staff, really good coaches there. We've kind of worked on a mindset of who we are. I'm anxious to see them, how they act. Like I said, you guys asked me for predictions and what do you think and what do you look. I have no idea what the hell's going to happen. I hope things happen the right way. If they don't, we just try to support one another through the bad things and just try to get about a business going the right way.
How much has that mindset and that culture you're trying to bring really started to take hold in the locker room so far?
We'll see. It's so hard to determine all that stuff in exhibition, in the exhibition season. So I know you've asked me a lot of questions, and I'll refer to my answer. Ask me in a few weeks, and I'll give you an honest answer about where we are. I just don't know where we're at. I like how camp went. As I've said, I'm surprised with some guys, disappointed in others, but that could change tonight when the real stuff happens. So I promise you, I'll answer those questions after we play a few games.
When we spoke to Joel yesterday, he said he was going to officially get cleared yesterday afternoon. Is he officially
He's good to go. He'll play. Yeah.
It's one of the big topics of conversation coming out of the final roster is just how many young guys, how many 25 and under guys, how many prospects make the team. How does the amount of young guys, of guys that don't have a lot of NHL experience, how does that impact the way you coach in game in terms of if a guy makes a mistake or whatever?
Yeah. You put the uniform on, and especially now the real stuff starts, you're trying to win the game. I think it's my job and the coach's job on the bench to try to put people in situations to succeed. We'll see if they can. There'll be certain times there'll be some bad moments with young guys. I think that my philosophy in coaching has changed quite a bit over the years anyway, and I think you need to allow them to make some mistakes. I think you need to allow them to try to figure it out on their own a little bit. I'm not going to hold hands. I won't. I don't think you could do that with today's athlete and just hold their hand through everything. But when it comes to effort and how we present ourselves as a pro, That's where a lot of my coaching is going to be. And I think that's where you end up developing a standard that we've talked about here, is trying to gain some respect in the league, trying to gain some respect as a player, then as a group within the league. That's where a lot of my coaching is going to go to.
John, you said you wanted your fourth line to be a bit of an identity line. How so?
Yeah, well, you see, you got some big bodies there. You got Nick, who's willing to run around and bang people, also can play. He'll be one of our penalty killers. Laz is a young guy. Haji, a little bit older. They're big bodies. I think they understand their role. I want us to be a team that's playing straight ahead. I think body contact's a very important part of their game. Not looking for big hits, but just being hard. And I think the biggest philosophy that we've talked about with our team is, we talk about being above the puck with our back checking and tracking. But sometimes you can't be above the puck. Sometimes it's just good to be above your guy where he has to come through you. That's when it's hard to play. That's when defensemen may shut down and not join the rush because, shit, I got another body I got to go through. That's a big part of not only their job, but how we want to play. And I believe that'll help us have the puck more and get going offensively.
With Bristow, I know you said it's a lingering injury. Would it be considered upper body, lower body?
Oh, I'm not talking about it. Yeah, it's a body injury.
I had to ask.
I know you did.
Did you say it's day-to-day, John?
Day to day.
Day-to-day.
Yes. Yeah. Good.
Thanks, John.
Okay, guys. I'll answer your question on that.